this video, we will know about notation, conventions and modes for regex. This is our second video for regex series. So before we dive into learning about regular expressions, let's just spend some time to know what are flags, modes, and let us know about notations that we are going to use here. Here I'll be using regexr.com for analyzing my text. So before that, we should know whatever the text we used to write. Let's say I want to write learn will be entered within 2 forward slashes. So these are the 2 limiters that we should know while talking about regular expressions. So the text, whatever I am typing here, will be within this forward slashes. So these forward slashes are not part of our expression. They are just the delimiters which are holding it. So you are going to be using it without forward slashes most of the time. Though some programming languages keep it mandatory to use this forward slashes in order to delimit it so that programming languages can know that it's a regular expression. But in most of the cases, we don't use it. You will be just simply typing them as in a string. So the reason why we use those forward slashes, so as to contrast it against the text string that we are using to match it against. So this regular expression I have used over here, learn, will be going to match, and here I have written a sentence, learning is a key to success. So this regular expression learn is going to match this literal character in a text string. So here it is the expression that if I just select learn, then it is showing learn highlighted in my text body. And if I hold this learn and delete it, you can see that it still has this forward slashes around it and we can't get rid of it. They are just built into it. The first forward slash indicates the start of regular expression, whereas this last forward slash indicates end of regular expression. And if I want to delete this, I can't. As if I want to type over here, let's say key, it just puts it right in between them to let me know that it is a regular expression. And this is our text string, though we don't need to put any kind of quotes over here. Programming languages we used to denote string by quotes, but here we don't need any quotes over here. It simply denotes that it is a text string. And here we have flags where you can see the first is global, with which we will get /G. If I uncheck it and click on case insensitive, we will get I over here. If I uncheck it and click on multi-line, I will get M over here. We will get to know its usage in some time, but for the time being, these are the flags and they indicate different modes that we are using with our regular expression. For now, I'll turn off all the expression flags. Well, what do those different modes mean? Let us know one by one. The standard mode is just when we have those forward slashes with our regular expression inside. This is our standard mode. Coming to global, global has G after it and global says match this over and over again throughout our document. Don't just find the first match, rather find all the matches. So if we have 100-page document, it is going to look through all 100 pages. And if we take it away, then it's going to look for the first match. And if you know the difference between find versus find all refers to global. For example, instead of regular expression, I have given learning. And we have 100 documents. So this regular expression learning, it will be going to find out in all 100 documents and will return me where this learning has been used throughout our 100 documents. And if I don't use global, it will be returning just first learning of our first document. That's what find and find all does for us. And then comes case sensitive. This I signifies to insensitive. Insensitive means whatever the regular expressions we are using here, it never pays attention whether we are using in uppercase or lowercase. It just gives the result wherever this regular expression has been used. Though there are other ways also that we will discuss later on, but this is a very useful which we use in our regular expression. Then comes multiline. This M stands for multiline, which matches the text that stretches across more than one line. By default, it can span more than one line. And then comes grep. Grep is a program that is very common use on Unix based system. And grep gets its name by G/RE/P. As we have seen the global flag at the end, here this grep stands for global regular expression to print out the results. So globally search for a regular expressions will print out the results. This is what this program is doing. And grep is very common program in Unix based systems. Here in this video series, I'll be using this term a lot. Here it will oftenly be used as a verb. As if someone says, let me grab that document for you. Here they literally mean, I'm going to take a regular expression and search that document. So basically they are used for analyzing the document. And now you know where the word grep comes from. It comes from the notation convention and the mode that we will use with regular expression.